Hey everybody, this is Parsha of the week. If you did not watch the story of the week, you can do that right now, or if you already saw it, then let's just get right into the Parsha. Parsha Ki Teitzei, the war bride. Moshe explains the laws of a war bride. If, during a battle, an Israeli soldier meets a non-Jewish woman he wants to marry, he can take her home. Once she is in his house, the Jewish soldier must let her mourn for her family for a full month. If, after 1 month, the soldier still wants to marry her, she becomes his wife. If he doesn't want her, then he has to let her go. He can't sell her to make her a slave. The rebellious son. Moshe explains the special law of the rebellious son. This is a boy who is 13 years plus 1 day who rebels against his parents. If he doesn't listen to what his father and mother say to him, then they should bring him to the judges of the city. If the parents tell the judges that the boy is drunk and glutton, then the judges punish him. There is no doubt that he will grow up to be a robber and even a murderer. Lost property. Do not ignore the lost animal of your fellow Jew, Moshe tells the people. You must return the animal. If you don't know to whom the animal belongs, then bring it to your house. The animal has to be with you until your fellow Jew asks for it. Then you have to return it to him. This is also the law for anything lost by a fellow Jew. Being kind. Moshe discusses some laws that help people to show kindness to other living beings. If someone's animal falls down, you have to help lift the animal. You can't ignore what is happening. If you find a bird's nest and want to take the eggs, you can take them. However, you have to shoo the mother bird away before you do so. You must not put a muzzle on an ox that is pulling the stone that grinds the grain. You have to let the ox eat what he wants from the floor. You must not return an escaped slave to his owner. He can live wherever he wants in the land of Israel. You must not make fun of him just because he was a slave. Don't treat a poor worker in a mean way. Pay him whatever you owe him right away. When you harvest your fields, leave something for the poor. Crime and punishment. Moshe explains that children are not punished for their father's sins, and fathers are not punished for their children's sin. Everyone gets punished for their own sins. Shatnez and tzitzit. Moshe tells the people that they are not permitted to wear wool and linen combined together. The combination of wool and linen in clothing is called shatnez. Moshe also repeats this commandment to wear tzitzit, special twisted threads. Tzitzit should be put on any four-cornered garment that is worn. Lashes. When the judges decide that a person should be punished by getting whipped, they can give him up to, but not including, 40 lashes. The judges must be careful that the person is not given even one more lash than he deserves. Marriage and divorce. Moshe talks about some of the laws of marriage and divorce. A man does not serve in the army during his first year of marriage. A man cannot marry another man's wife. If she is divorced from her husband, then he can marry her. If a man wants to divorce his wife, he must write her a special letter of divorce and give it to her. Yibum and Halitza. Moshe tells the people the special laws of two brothers. If there are two brothers and one dies without children, the living brother has to marry the dead brother's wife, called the widow. This is called Yibum. The living brother marries his brother's widow so that a child will be born. This child will be called by the name of the dead brother. If the living brother doesn't want to marry his brother's widow, then they go to the court to do halitza. During halitza, the widow says to the living brother that by refusing to marry her, he is doing something wrong. Amalek. Remember what the nation of Amalek did to you, says Moshe, when you came out of Egypt. They attacked the weak people among you. When you are settled in the land, wipe them out. Don't forget. So that was the Parsha of the week. You can go watch the story of the week if you didn't, and otherwise have a good Shabbos.